Hi, I'm Mustakima. In this video, I will be presenting one of my studio work and later, this work was performed at a climate change conference, Reykjavik, Iceland in 2014 as a paper presentation. The title of the project is Global Warming Housing in Bangladesh Delta Area During Flood and Tidal Surges. The following work was done under the course Advanced Architectural Design. This presentation divided into 8 parts which can easily viewed as a table of content on the right side. Number 1 is Introduction, number 2 is Framework, number 3 is Previous Research, number 4 is Practical Application, number 5 is Final Design, number 6 is Outcome, number 7 is Implication, number 8 is Conclusion. In the global context, Bangladesh location marked as blue color by the left side of illustration. On the right side, we can find the landscape of the country and its surrounding consideration. In the satellite map, it seems that on the top there is a mountain range named as Himalaya. This mountain range has created significant rivers within which 3 of them flows by Bangladesh to the Sea of Bay of Bengal. In the fringe of the sea lays the delta with its forest named as Sundarban. We will see in detail about it on the next slides. And analysis 1 is about global warming. How is the temperature going to rise and affect the ice sheet and glaciers, and how this is going to make the ice into water and rise the sea level, and this rising sea level will change the landmark today where we live or build our homes. Analysis 2. I am working with Bangladesh, and in the left image of Bangladesh we can see the water line beneath Bangladesh border line and how it affects during the flood time. In the middle image we can find the storm heading towards Bangladesh. This also has a climatic disaster in the area. In the most left image we can find a red and a green path. The red path will be affected by sea water level rise because this topography is under the sea water level rise. And if we go to the population strategy, Bangladesh has the highest or the most densely populated country. By the coastal area, the most densely populated population stays because of its economical strategy. Now is the time to speak about my site. In Analysis 3, it's all about delta, climate, and its habitation. In the satellite image, we can see a beautiful velvet dark green, which is the forest named as Sundarban. And within this forest, there is a small island named as Dublachar, which is marked as orange circle. And that's my site where I'm going to work. When we go in the forest, we can find its beautiful biodiversity, the fauna and the flora. The reason is home over of beautiful species, mammals, birds, reptiles, and others. It is also home of endangered tiger named as Royal Bengal and spotted deers. Its fauna has species like Sundari, Koran, Kara, Palm, and others. It's a very healthy and perfect for mangrove forest environment. If we go further, we can find shrimp farm, Mongla Port, second biggest port of Bangladesh, port building industry. In the left image, we can find the shrimp farming, the fish farming. In the right side of the image, we can find the second largest port and its location. In the downer image, we can see the hidden boat building industry. In the red marked area by the illustration is the shrimp farm area, and the green marked area is the forest. So everything depending on this area is on its biodiversity, on its landscape, and how it develops the industry. This gave me a conceptual approach on how to build a housing by this area. In analysis 4, it's about Sundarban habitation. How human survives in Sundarban is all about boats and fishing and staying on boats. My site is the island called as Tublachar, and I choose the small river within Tublachar, and how can I develop my idea for this area as a housing unit. And now is the time, the activity of the site I choose Tublachar. We can find fishermen in this area and what's happening in the area. Fishermen in the morning, they go by boat, they collect fish, they come back, they clean it, they dry it under the sun, then they store it and prepare it for a sell to the market. But as we go into the deep in this remote area, we can find that the people who are working with the fish farming is not at all in a proper situation. Here we find child laborers, here we find crimes, here we can find many other unknown activities which is not legal. The earlier slides make me think about the boats. And in analysis 5, if we analyze the boat structure, we can see that it's similar like a tensile structure. In the tensile structure is the load going up and dividing. But if we flip it, it's the similar as the boat grips, and the result is the same as the tensile structure. The tensile structure and boat. This research motivated me to design a floor on the impact of rise in the sea level. This illustration are the earliest design process of the floor. In the left image, it's about the boat and the floor and how I can reuse the boat by a folding floor illusion. For this folding floor illusion, I used rope as a sustainable material, and the floor I used bamboo. This is the roof part, and I designed the roof on the strong wind and its behavior and how it reflects on the structure. Here, when I combine the whole structure, I can get a huge space in between. And here it looks, how it looks in the whole diagram, the final design of boat housing. The first layer is boats, then the next layer is the beams, then the bamboo floor plans, then the roof with the bamboo, then the palm leaves and drying fishing rope plan. Here is the function and the perspective of the house. In the left illustration, we can find the resting area for the fishermen, the store, and other spaces. And in the perspective, we can see that it's on the boat and it's covered by the advanced roof. that I designed. And here is the model. I built it by my hand. This is the boards and this is the roof. And this model was built into 1:20 scale. Here is the outcome. In the outcome is the vision. The proposed structure will guide to build a new human infrastructure that will also motivate to develop the local flora with its fauna within the forest and the also redevelop on the outer periphery of delta, especially when the sea level will rise and it will be similar wetland like delta after a few decades. This will give a sustainable environment, sustainability. This will develop the economy of the area, but we have to be careful it doesn't grow like a mushroom, and how its implication by the area is the best for Bangladesh situation. Its river is flooding all the time and the climate is going to change. This structure will guide to build a new economy. This economy will help to build more housing blocks and a continuous growth of living with sustainable environment. In the beginning, it seems that the fishermen will use this housing, but as it gets older, in time it will be accepted and adapted by other professional local people and motivated to live in such environment. And as the land becomes marshland, this structure will be the most demanding for housing topography of Bangladesh. This is Bangladesh Delta, and this is what's going to happen by climate change. In 2003, there is a huge ice block here, but in 2007, it's really less. And in the diagram, we can find that the water is going to rise. And this is how it's going to affect the land mass by climate change. The master plan. My proposal is here. In the Blue River, you can find a little structure standing. And this structure is pointed out as red, and this will grow within the delta and outside of the periphery. And it will also be adapted when the climate change is going to happen. Conclusion. To sum up, the vision was to provide a sustainable housing infrastructure that will reduce violence and threat to the poor local people and use of natural materials that are readily and doubly available for the development for a more active and social community increase and connection among the social infrastructure, the nature and its biodiversity. And it's the bibliography, and here we go. Thank you. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, please let me know.